And the gentleman, Mr. Bill, carrying the POW flag, he was actually a POW in World War II. Thank you, everybody, for coming. On behalf of Auto Collision and Glass, I would like to thank all of you for joining us today. This is the first of many Recycle Ride giveaway events we intend on holding. I'm Richard Greenewalt. I'm an owner of Auto Collision and Glass, and I'll be the master of ceremonies for this event. Alongside with Geico and the National Auto Body Council, it's with great honor that we have this opportunity to give back to the community, and what we hope this one small act of kindness can be a gesture of our thanks for such a large and heroic act of bravery. When Auto Collision and Glass became members with the National Auto Body Council, we teamed up with Geico to select a charitable organization to take part in the Recycled Rides giveaway. It was without hesitation that we wanted to work with the DAV, the Disabled American Veterans, knowing that their mission is to empower veterans to live high-quality lives with respect and dignity. Being able to restore this vehicle and awarding ownership to a deserving Army veteran, we can only hope will show our gratitude for Thomas Mandrell's service and dedication to our country. We hope that this opportunity will award Thomas Mandrell new opportunities that he deserves in life. I'd like to thank everybody who contributed to the success of this event. First off, it would not even be possible if not for the generous donation of the car from Geico Insurance. Auto Collision was able to repair the vehicle with the contributions from many local vendors. Pilkington Glass donated the glass. Auto Finishers donated the paint supplies needed. Niagara Towing donated the towing of the vehicle. United Auto Mechanical donated all mechanical repairs. Auto Glass of Western New York donated the installation of the glass. We also had local support from Advanced Network Services, Firth Jewelers, Auto Redan's Funeral Home, and Joe Cicconi's Chrysler dealership. Last but not least, I'd like to thank the team at Auto Collision and Glass for donating their time and their efforts towards making this Jeep look as beautiful as it does. We were going to have Mike Caseta was going to show up from the National Auto Body Council. Last minute he had to cancel. So we're honored to have some other guests among us that would like to get up and share their thoughts and gratitude as well. Senator Robert Ortt, who is also a veteran, we thank you for your service as well. And we thank you for coming here today. If you'd like to come up and say a few words.
Well, it's certainly great to be here with you all today. And first thing I want to thank Thomas for his service to our country and serving in Afghanistan. You know, it's one thing to talk about the Constitution and talk about the Bill of Rights and talk about all these great things that make America what it is, but for those who wear the uniform and go overseas and share in the sacrifices, they earn that freedom. They turn that into reality. They turn those words and those wonderful paintings you see when you go to DC into reality. And I also know that when you come back home, you bring with you, you don't always leave everything in Afghanistan. A lot of the experiences follow you back, sometimes both physically and sometimes emotionally. So I want to thank you for your service and thank you for being here. I certainly want to thank Rick Greenewalt and Geico for what they did. There's a lot of companies that will talk about supporting veterans, but Auto Collision and Glass, Geico put their money where their mouth is and are doing a huge service and a real benefit for someone who's given the ultimate, or who gave a lot for this country. If you think about, I was reading a little bit of Thomas's story, and I hope he doesn't mind me sharing a few of these things. He was having trouble getting to and from, whether it was the VA, whether it was services that he needed to get him back, adjusted to civilian life, getting back and forth to work. How can you get a job if you don't have a car? And I remember there was a line in there in his story where he said, "I'm feeling so depressed." This car, what Rick described as a very simple and easy thing for them, is going to make a huge positive impact in an American warrior's life. And so I'm eternally grateful to Rick and his crew here, to Geico for what you have done today. You have made a real positive difference in a veteran's life. I certainly want to thank the disabled the DAB. I know Mr. Conklin very well from my time when I was mayor in North Tonawanda. I'm sorry he couldn't be here today. I know he is here in spirit, and he certainly is a great advocate, as is the organization, for our disabled veterans. So I want to thank my colleague in government, supervisor from the town of Niagara, who is here, and I'm sure going to get up to speak and say a few words here in a little bit, for being a great partner and also supporting our veterans as well. And with that, I don't know if it's possible. I don't know if I want to just have Thomas come on up. I just want to present you a certificate real briefly. I'm sure you're going to come up a couple of times before this is over. This is just on behalf of myself and the New York State Senate. Thank you for your service. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Senator. Thank you. Thank you very much, Senator Ort. Now also, Mr. Lee Wallace, our town supervisor, he'd like to say a few words.
Well, thank you. Thank you all for attending. This is a wonderful day. It's the kind of day you love to speak at something so fantastic as this. First of all, I'd like to thank Rick and his company, Auto Collision and Glass, for everything they've done. And as Senator Ort had said, this is not something they have to do. And the senator kind of stole some of my thunder when he said that a lot of people talk about helping veterans, but when it comes right down to it, are you really doing it? We at the town of Niagara firmly believe in supporting veterans. We are right now in the process of building a $380,000 Veterans Memorial in our park, which is Veterans Memorial Community Park right down the road from here. We also hold an annual Veterans Dinner free of charge to all veterans in the area. And as this project moves forward, we will be enshrining those who have served this country with a remembrance brick walk as the project moves forward. So we are very, very supportive of the veterans, always will be. I do not, and neither do the board members, and I will tell you who's here today. Mark Carpenter, councilman from town of Niagara, Rick Sirianni, councilman from town of Niagara, and Sam Gatto, councilman from the town of Niagara, and our fourth councilman is Chuck Texera. We do not take our freedoms for granted from those who have sacrificed for us throughout the years. And my head goes off to this gentleman who was the POW and what he sacrificed for our good and the good of the people of this country. This is the greatest country in the world, no matter what some will tell you. And I really, really am honored to be here. Just a couple brief other things. There's been over 1,000 vehicles given away nationwide for this program. And it's benefited a variety of people, not just veterans, but others as well, and other service organizations. The town of Niagara is going to jump on board with this. We're going to try and do something ourselves with regards to supporting this venture, now that we know about it, because we didn't really know about it to begin with. And this has started in 2007 and has grown from there. And the nice thing about it is that Auto Collision and Glass and Rick Greenewalt, they're not doing this for their benefit. They're doing it for the benefit of those who reap the rewards of this. Thomas, to you, my hat goes off to you as a veteran. And as Senator Ort said, Thomas served in the U.S. Army and was 1 year in Afghanistan. And I cannot explain, Senator could, what it's like to be over there. I could never tell you what it was like. I didn't do it. And my hat goes off to those who did. And Thomas sustained some injuries at a point in time when he was over there that have changed his life. So we here at the town of Niagara salute you for what you gave this country and the sacrifices that you've made. And what we are going to do at the town of Niagara is we are going to have you at our October board meeting where we will make a presentation to you as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Wallace. Now, Mike Donahue from Geico Insurance, who was generous enough to donate the car, he'd like to say a few words as well.
Very few words. Believe me. I just want to say that several months ago, I was with RG, Rick, and my manager, and we kind of thought we'd want to do something like this, get a car, fix it up, and give it away. So we got together, and we thought, well, what better place to put it for a DAV member? So we, of course, went out, got permission from our superiors about it, got a car over to Rick. His great staff made this thing look brand new, because it looked pretty ugly beforehand. And we're pleased with all the people that donated their time and their efforts and their materials to do this for us. So we feel very, very blessed, and we feel very fortunate that we're able to give to you, Tom, a nice new car. And also, too, is thank you for your sacrifice and your service. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mike. And finally, it's with our extreme pleasure that we welcome Thomas Mandrill to the stage. Thomas. I was going to say a few words.
I don't have a long speech. I just wanted to thank everybody that had a part and a hand in this this operation here. I know nothing this great could go on without a lot of great people. So I just wanted to say thank you to everybody, and a heartwarm goes out to everybody. Thank you guys for everything.
So now the moment we've all been waiting for, if we can get the vehicle pulled out here so we can give this brand new vehicle here to Thomas Mandrill.